Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to be looking at how you can get thousands of likes and monetize on Instagram with a tiny following. Today, I'm actually going to bring on one of my good friends, Dan Pryor. So we're going to do an interview with him because he is actually growing my Instagram account. I'm going to ask him loads of questions about basically the problem that we're trying to overcome, the solution, the method, and the goals that we've set as well. So without further ado, let's get into that. But before we do, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, of course, comment down below with any questions for Dan with this video, and like this video if you like this sort of stuff. It's currently 7:43 a.m, so a very early morning video. Hopefully I'll be able to kind of get my words out properly today. But guys, enjoy it. I'll see you in a second. We've got poor connection. Give the connection some money. We've got to give the connection some money. It's poor. All right, everybody, we are here with Dan. Yeah, that's the second time I did the intro. Yeah, don't worry about it. As you can see, I've donned a coat because it's freezing, it's cold, it's like 8 a.m. But Dan, first things first, can you just do everyone a little favour, introduce yourself? Obviously not your name, you've already done that, but you can still say your name, that's fine. And just kind of like how we know each other. Give us the story.
Well, my name's Dan, obviously. Dan Pryor. To be honest, I found Jonny originally through Amazon FBA, through Tanner Fox's course and everything. Back in the day when he started his first video, thinking that he was the nuts and he was gonna make a lot of money, but yeah, he is now. Anyway, yeah, I found him through that, and I've just been following him for a long time. I originally contacted him to get in his mastermind group. Did that successfully, and now I'm kind of giving value back, so I don't have to pay him.
But how much I still pay him?
But no, he's been helping me out. I've been helping him out. I've been doing a lot of graphic design work for him, and now recently we've just started up this new Instagram.
Exactly. Cool. So that was roughly what, May this year. And then when did I launch the mastermind?
Probably like
3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, maybe.
July?
Yeah,
no,
August. I don't know, or something like that. And I think that the key point here is that I want to explain to people, because I always go on about like you can buy success, right? You can buy not success, but you can buy and get to know people by doing. I've done exactly the same thing by getting into mastermind groups to network with people that I wouldn't be able to network with in the same way, and that's opened up doors. And I think this has opened up a little door for you, not on a grand scale, but now we've kind of got a working relationship where hopefully we're gonna kind of propel you into a new area, kind of away more from your graphic design for like your normal clients, because Dan does do a lot of graphic design and has done. You are self-employed, and you have been for a while. But you kind of can you just explain to people what you want to go into or what you're doing now, which is going to kind of lead you to what you're going to do?
Okay, well, I was graphic design. I've freelancing for about 4 years. I'm only 19, but I went to uni because I've been freelancing for so long and I've had so much experience. I didn't learn a thing, so I dropped out. This is when I kind of got introduced into Amazon and everything else that's going on in the entrepreneurial scene. But yeah, and then I got in contact with you, joined your mastermind group. Really, the only reason I joined was to obviously, I don't know, just to get your attention, really.
Yep.
And then from there, the last few months, I've been working with big clients such as Green King. I've done a few adverts for Domino's, but I don't know. It's kind of not what I wanted to do. I've been doing it for so long now, and kind of wanted a fresh insight into something else. Or maybe I've noticed how everyone's doing with their personal brands. I just want to be a part of that, and I've been doing a lot of Instagram stories and YouTube banner art for a lot of personal brands, and I've found that more interesting what I was doing with bigger brands such as Domino and Green King, just because I like to be part of that story and not just kind of that one-off kind of.
Yeah. So what's your goal then with this? What is your goal? And we are going to get onto the Instagram stuff in a bit, but this is going to make this is going to make sense. We're just kind of pre-framing the rest of the video as to why Dan is doing this.
Well, I want to get into. Well, I've been doing growth hacking for a lot of clients before. I've done it for a e-commerce website, Instagram wallets, and it's just to help them gain growth. And I help that doing through my graphic design, but also learning the Instagram algorithm, Facebook algorithm, and how to increase sales. And I don't know, I kind of got off on that and wanted to for more people. I want to grow my personal brand around it, and obviously help you out.
Exactly. Sick. So exactly, it is lagging out a bit, but if we do miss anything, I'll just get you to repeat it, right? But so the things I want to go over in terms of for the Instagram. So to let everyone know, I started up a new Instagram. Which was probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and the reason for that is that my old account, which had a few people on it, but it was kind of like friends and family and like some random people, and then the kind of YouTube kind of side of things, and I couldn't cater for both audiences. So we had a chat, and you basically said to me, "Hey, what if we start up a new account and you manage it in terms of you do all the growth hacking, you do all of the kind of posting, the design." The Instagram stories, obviously, that aren't like me just like holding the video, but the actual design elements. As one, first of all, a case study, which would be quite kind of nice for obviously channel and for your own personal brand, but also as a kind of a test to say, look, can you build someone's personal brand from zero up until and like so? Look, in terms of the initial goals, what are the initial goals?
Anything. The only way you can learn is through experience.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's how I've learned in the past. Like, I didn't kind of. Well, I've been freelancing for 4 years, and the only way I've never learned through this educational system, but it's through my own experiences I've learned everything I've ever known. So yeah, like taking the chance to grow your Instagram. I know that you had quite a big, well, not huge Instagram, but you had a large following on your old Instagram. But you just didn't have the time, and I just fill in the time and sort everything out and see if you can grow it again.
Exactly, and this is really important as well. That what Dan didn't do is go away and then grow some Instagram accounts to prove that he can do it to me. He just said, "I'm going to do it with yours," and that's going to prove it to everyone else, right? So you don't have to be the expert immediately to be able to get a client, if that makes sense. And for full disclosure now, it kind of went from you paying me in the mastermind to then we kind of had a moment where we were just kind of trading skills. But now you're doing so much work that it's actually unfair for us to do that. And now I'm paying you. So, it's a great way in which it works. And like, I'm thankful for the value you give. And we're going to get into this, the more specifics now, right? So, so we're going to look at the 3 things. What is the problem we're trying to overcome? What is the kind of solution and method that you're using? And then what are the goals? What are the outcomes we're looking to get in the short term and the long term? So if we go to, first of all, the problem that kind of we have come to the agreement on.
Well, the problem is it's a brand new account. And it's very hard to grow a brand new account when you haven't got a huge following and you're not a celebrity. And it's different with personal brand and say you're throwing up a car Instagram. Everyone knows about cars. There's brands, but within the cars, and people know about the brand already. But you're growing your own personal brand, and not everyone in the world knows who you are. Yeah. So there's that problem. But there's also the problem that we had at the beginning, where you thought you'd be clever and you'd get a like bot to auto like on other people's account in your niche to gain some exposure. But what that has done, that has shadow banned the account, and we are not ranking for hashtags.
Can you explain that a little bit more for people that don't know? Because this is what I think this is really important. I don't think we want to kind of go over this topic too quickly. What is shadow banning? How can you get it? And what's the impact of getting shadow banned?
Well, shadow ban is basically Instagram throwing a red flag at your account and thinking you're maybe a bot account or a spam account. There's ways to get shadow banned, and that's by using automated apps, because when you use an automated app, such as, what was you using? Was it Insta?
Boostify.
boost a fight or more fix or something like that. Once you log in with your account on the platform, Instagram sees that you've logged in your local area, but logging in somewhere in Russia in the next minute or so, and they flag you up thinking that you're using a third party, and it's not in their terms of use. Okay. So they chuck up a red flag. And also, if you're liking lots of content in a short period of time, or following and unfollowing a lot of accounts in a short period of time, you're seen as a bot or spam account, and this obviously raises a red flag.
Okay, cool.
There is,
Go, continue. Yeah,
carry on.
No, go on.
I was going to say, there's ways to obviously avoid this, and this is by obviously not liking and following and looking like a spam account, but also don't use banned hashtags, especially hashtags that encourage nudity or violence, as it will raise a red flag. Look to switch up your hashtags every post. You don't come across as a spam account. Like in our case, we want to rank really for Amazon FBA or Amazon sellers. This is your niche. You don't want to repeatedly using the certain hashtags. So avoid using the same hashtags in like 3 consecutive posts, for example.
Okay, cool. And let's just talk about the impact for our account, because we've got some really good results. I'm going to bring this up on the screen as you're talking. Okay, so we haven't got a huge following, obviously. We've got very, very small following. But can you talk through the impact of say, for example, the last picture we posted? Okay, so what's the impact with the shadow ban and without?
Right. So what is the most recent post? It's got 1,700 likes.
Yeah, something like that. 1,766 comments. Yeah,
big engagement for a small account.
Yeah, very big. Yeah.
So the way I've got that is through engagement groups. I've been hitting up a lot of big engagement groups with big accounts in. So they've come. The way you use engagement groups is like you like a certain account's post and comment on it, and they reply with a like and a comment, basically. Yeah. And I'm in huge engagement groups for this. Okay. So why are you doing that?
So I was just peeking over the window, like. Yeah. So in terms of how many is big? Like 100, 200?
People. Some of them got 5,000 in. Some of them got 1,000. But you got to think of it like not all of them are active. But some of it 9,000. Some with 100, some with 10.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
It's just being engaged with them. And so all day I've been spending there liking and commenting. But what you want to do is you want to do it on a different account, just so you don't get flagged up.
So basically so what you're saying is, say if this is like someone watching at home, right, that they would make a separate account for liking other people's posts. So you can like loads and loads and loads and loads and loads.
Exactly.
But then you put your account that you actually want to grow as the one that you want to get the likes on. Yeah.
So what would you do? You normally just share the link of the post and you say you are liking and commenting on with a different account, basically.
Okay, cool, great.
A lot of groups allow that, some don't, so I try to avoid them.
Okay. And in terms of engagement groups, how do you find them? Do you have to pay for them? That sort of stuff.
It depends. Well, normally, at the start, I was hitting up a lot of just a lot of pages in the niche, in the entrepreneurial niche on Instagram. You can tell if people are using engagement groups. If they've got a small following, but they've got a lot of likes, and you can see they're ranking for hashtag or they're ranking on the featured page. So I just message them saying, look, I see you're in a few engagement groups. You kind of just basically just offer them value return, say, I'm in an engagement group, I can invite you certain things. And even if you're not in an engagement, you just create one with all the people that you've just messaged. Yeah. Basically, that's what I was doing, And then eventually you just message them and grow a relationship with them. And you see what other engagement groups there are. I'm in a lot on Telegram instead of the Instagram app now. And you just get invited. You just got to just keep in contact with people and ask.
It's a little community.
Just ask, really.
Yeah, just a little community. Now, in terms of engagement groups, you've had a really good idea, and this is the entrepreneurial side of what you're doing as well. Mm. So, it's still an entrepreneurial, but one, you're growing this account, and to make you guys aware, our goals are, in terms of followers, we want obviously as many as possible, but we need to get to 10,000, and we're doing that organically. But the other thing is, this is for monetizing as well. So this is why we don't want to do like loads of rubbish follow and like any of these kind of like weird growth hacks that are just for numbers sake, because we want to have engaged followers to monetize, right? Yeah, because we want to make money from this, and this is fine. Guys, if you're watching this and you're a follower, like this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So in terms of for your side, you have started your own engagement group, right? And you want to build it quite large, but can you explain why?
Explain why I've made a huge engagement group.
Or why you're looking to make a huge engagement group, because you've seen obviously opportunity as an entrepreneur, you've seen an opportunity in having a large engagement group other than just growing an Instagram account.
Just because think of the amount of, well, obviously I've been thinking about how many people in the engagement group that want to grow their Instagram account. I can obviously monetize that, and obviously just it's a community basically. Engagement group is community. All these people want to grow their Instagram account, and I want to monetize that and leverage that and give out tips and help them grow their Instagram page in other ways, like aesthetically, like making their content look nice. I can give them tips on that, and then eventually I can obviously they can pay me coaching calls, etc., and I can just help them out, and we can what's the word where you basically they can chuck me their Instagram and I can go through it, and
it's kind of like like coaching consultations basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly. So rather
all the people want to go to Instagram.
Well, yeah, exactly,
I can see a lot of them are doing it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people doing it wrong, which is why doing it correctly takes time, right? Like this is going to take time for us. So in terms of, let's go on to the kind of next section. So the way you're doing it is engagement groups, right? Engagement groups. So for the tips for people out there looking to grow their Instagram account, first of all, can they join your engagement group? How do they do it? What platform is it on?
I mainly use Telegram.
Yeah.
Just because if you use Instagram, or you can use Facebook, you just use a different platform than Instagram, because you don't want to blow up your DM groups in Instagram, because you want to do that to talk to obviously clients and customers and users that actually want to interact with your page, rather than clogging up with DM groups, because that raises a red flag as well, because it looks like you're just spamming loads of DM groups.
Got it.
Just for the sake of it.
Yep, good tip. Yep.
Yeah, you can get me on Telegram. My username is @DanPryUK. Cool. I'm not sure. It'll be in the description. And also, I'll leave a link in the description for the entrepreneurial engagement group.
Yep.
The reason to have a niche-based engagement group is just because it helps you rank for hashtags, obviously, but it also gets you on the featured page that for people that are interested in your niche. So that's the best way to find new followers and new engagers, basically.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Now, in terms of time spent doing this, okay, how much time per day? I'm not sure I want to know this, but I'm going to ask anyway. How much time a day? And this is like, be totally transparent with this, because, like, again, you've been able to grow this account with a very, very small following. And getting thousands of likes and comments. Like, we've got one that's got like 270 comments on it or something like that. How much time are you spending doing this a day?
Too long. Well, because I'm still growing these engagement groups, because we're still setting up the back end of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But once it's all set up and we've got things going, because we want to create groups such as power like groups. So we want to get a leverage account that has probably over 100k followers. Just so we can get in the big business niche groups, the entrepreneurial groups with people that with like 100, 200k, million followers, just because once they like you and comment on your post, it's known as a power like, because Instagram's algorithm works this way, where if a big account likes and comments on your most recent post, for example, Instagram suddenly thinks like, why is this huge account liking on this post? We need to show it to everyone else, basically.
Exactly,
That's how it works.
Okay, cool.
So you want to get in these big groups. I've completely forgotten your question, but yeah.
The question was, how much time do you spend a day? An hour? 5 hours?
Shit. Way too long.
6 hours?
Just, I don't know.
All day? Is it full-time job?
I reckon it will take me 4 or 5 hours a day, 6 maybe. I don't know. You never know, because I'm creating the Instagram stories as well as
you're doing all the content for me.
The engagement.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a thing,
and editing the posts and thinking of content ideas and just too long.
Too long, but it's an investment. Because like you've told your
it's a learning experience as well for me.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. Obviously, once you've learned all this stuff kind of in depth, first of all, you're going to be really, really super knowledgeable on it. You're already way more knowledgeable now than you were just a few weeks ago.
Exactly.
So in a month's time, it'll be crazy. So then you can grow other people's accounts a lot quicker, because you're like, well, I know this works. Don't do this. And don't do this, and like these, I've got your engagement group set up as well. I was going to ask though, with your graphic design, obviously you wouldn't have enough time to do your graphic design work, because you were spending a lot of time doing that, and like I know you're probably quite overworked, I think, doing your design work, because you had loads of clients, some more demanding than others, but you're now spending kind of pretty much all day doing this. So how are you managing both?
I'm not.
You're not?
Well, I've kind of told a fib. I've told a lot of my clients that I'm going on holiday in January for 6 months.
Yeah.
Just so I can get started with my personal brand. I can hopefully lose some of the clients, because some of them are really, they're very small, and they ask too much for what they pay, and it's just not worth it for me, and I'm not really enjoying it. A lot of it I love doing logo design, I love creating content. It comes down to making a fucking business card or something like that, or like a little flyer that looks crap because the company that wants it has no design sense whatsoever. So you're just like, but I just want to get out of it. So I'm saying that I'm going on holiday for 6 months, just for a gap year or whatever.
Just so you have that,
my personal brand, and that's
exactly, because you've seen that, like, yes, you could continue doing graphic design. You're good at it. Like you've got good clients as well. Like some of them are quite very, very big clients, and especially for someone like 19. Like a lot of people that have been doing graphic design for years and years and years won't be able to get those clients. So you've like been successful at it, but you're like, okay, well, I'm not really enjoying it that much. I want to get into more personal branding. You've seen an opportunity. You've kind of taken that opportunity. You've taken basically a pay cut, because you're doing quite well, and I can't pay you the same amount as what you were getting. Hopefully, maybe one day in the future I can. But hopefully, that's going to kind of make a path that's going to take you in a different direction over the next few years into more personal branding, helping other people, and like I think that's where you see the real kind of big like value, is helping other personal brands, which will increase your own personal brand in the future, and then of course you can monetize that. Well,
just being in your mastermind, and I'm just you'd call me up, like not when you're meant to, but you'd just call me up every day in the end, just like talking to me about what content ideas you needed, because we had such a good relationship. And I don't know, I just enjoy it, so why not just continue and just smash it out,
go more into it,
other things.
That's wicked. Right, let's get back to Instagram, as we digress. Cool. So the problem is, of course, that you want to be able to grow an account but without using bots. And for a new account, it's hard to do that. We want to monetize it. The solution is using engagement groups, starting your own engagement groups, and just spending a lot of time on valuable content, right? Because we want to make sure the content that we're putting out is not just like a picture and a quote. It's like, it's not all of them, but some of them, like they're long posts, they're valuable content about Amazon or about something else. We're doing giveaways to try and get more value out of Instagram. Because I think we've decided that exactly try and engage people like you would do on YouTube through valuable content. And I think now that we've got 9 posts, because that's the minimum, isn't it? You need 9 posts to be able to start.
You're still known as a small account if you've got less than 9 posts or something.
So now we've got 9, we can start doing videos.
That may be the reason.
Go on.
Sorry. That may be the reason why we're shadow banned.
Yeah, could be.
And why we're not ranking for hashtags. You know when you're not ranking for hashtags, because if you go on Safari or something, go on incognito.
Yeah.
And searching the hashtags that we've been adding the hashtag Amazon FBA, we're not ranking at all. That may be down to the fact that Jonny used a bot at the start.
It was the first day.
It was the first
and then we turned it off straight away.
Post then,
we just turned it off straight away.
Yeah, so that got red flags straight away.
Because we signed it. So don't do it,
the reason we wanted to rank for hashtags straight away is because we're such a small page, we're not going to get on the feature page because no one's following us, and we're not going to get featured to their audience. So the reason we want to rank hashtags, because there's a new feature with Instagram now, is that you can follow hashtags. You can follow Amazon UK or something, or Amazon FBA, or cryptocurrencies, for example, and see the latest posts that are coming. So that's the reason we want to rank for hashtags, but we're not at the moment. We're not. Because we're shadow banned. But the way we can remove this shadow ban, hopefully, we've contacted Instagram, haven't we, saying that we're not showing up in hashtags, and we're not sure why, because we want to go through this way as we're a new business. There is other ways, like back off from posting for a couple, 3 days or something, but we're not going to do this because we've got to provide for our followers. We've got to provide that value.
That value's got to be provided. Got to do some giveaways. That's what we've got to do.
There may be another idea. We normally put, for aesthetics reason, to make it look better, our post, we put our hashtags in the comments. But this shouldn't raise a red flag. A lot of spam accounts do that, but a lot of people do it anyway. But maybe we should start putting the hashtags in the
caption, right?
Description, just in case. And we're not using the maximum amount of hashtags. We're using around 20, 25, just so we don't look.
So we should be good. So the 2 things that could be affecting our account is that there's only just been 9 photos uploaded, or 9 posts, which could be potentially, and we're going to find out probably today if that's the case. And then it could have been the case that we logged in from a third-party application when we literally started the account. But then we signed out of it. So again, if that lasts for 2 weeks, then that should be gone. That should be gone by now. So it could be that. What in terms of support and help and stuff like that, because I know a few people will want to grow their Instagram account, and a lot of people do try and grow their account through follow and stuff like that, and through bots and through auto commenting and things like that. So first of all, we want to say don't do that, because it's going to hurt your chances in the future. It's going to mean you're not going to find valuable people that actually want to see the content. Because that's what we want to do. We want to pull attention to this Instagram account of people that actually are engaged in the kind of business models that I operate in and that I can kind of add value to, which again, then we can then sell off the back of it. So what we've done to track the actual goals, because let's just move on very quickly to the goals and then we'll kind of finish this up. The goals of the account is to have, obviously, 10,000 followers so we can have the swipe up feature. That's going to be really important for what we're doing, especially with affiliate marketing and for the course sales and kind of booking coaching calls and stuff like that. And this is how we're going to monetize it. But the other thing we're doing is we've obviously got the link to the Amazon course. Now, this is a really good way of tracking this. We've made this an affiliate link. So we've set up like a special account on my Amazon course so that we can track how many sales come through clicking that link. And obviously, if someone's clicked another link previously, it's going to go through the previous link. So if they, for example, they went on to like a YouTube video review and they clicked that link first, and then they came through like 2 weeks later and they clicked the Instagram link, it's not going to track through that. It's going to track through the first one unless they use a different browser or a different computer or whatever. But that's going to be a way we're going to track that. We've already made some sales through the DMs, so through people asking about ebooks and stuff like that. So that's what this account is for, like mad value up front, which is what we're going to be doing, and lots of posting, lots of videos. We're going to get to the point where we're doing like 2 posts a day. Doesn't need to be that case right now, but like some video content tutorials. We're going to do like case studies for Amazon in like 1-minute clips, and then that is then going to be able to be monetized in the future. So for people that are looking to start up an Instagram, don't just start up an Instagram to get followers, right? Like there's no point. There's no what's the? I think you're frozen as well. Let's wait for you to unfreeze. Poor network connection. I'll just continue talking until that goes. So don't just start an Instagram account to gain followers, because like it doesn't matter. Like no one cares. Grow an Instagram account for a reason, for driving traffic to somewhere else, like your YouTube account or your Facebook group or your engagement group, or your something like a money maker, so like a course or a coaching calls or something like that. That's what you need to be doing. Is how can you monetize everything you're doing? Mm-hmm. Dan, you're frozen.
Yeah.
We've got poor connection. Give the connection some money. We've got to give the connection some money. It's poor.
I was going to add, a lot of people have been using automation tools such as follow and follow, and they have been getting big accounts. I'm not going to lie, they've been getting maybe 10,000, 20,000 follower accounts. But you'll notice when they stop using it, or they aren't getting the right engagement, or they're not getting followers that are engaging and want to be part of their community. But you'll notice when they stop using it, they'll be stuck at 20,000 followers. Mm-hmm. And that is the problem with using these automation tools, is because you're just going to give yourself a boundary and a limit where you just stop and you won't grow anymore. Mm-hmm. And this is not what we want to do.
The connection needs more money. The connection needs more money. Yeah, you were saying kind of the long term is you don't want to use, you get a slow start by not using bots, but you're going to be able to have way better engagement into the future, right? So that's the big tip to take away from today. What I will say, guys, is that first of all, obviously go and follow the Instagram account, because we need more followers. So go and do that.
Jonny Bradley UK.
At Jonny Bradley UK. But also, there's going to be, Dan, you're going to send me the link to the engagement group for like the entrepreneurs, and then your Telegram group as well.
Start up a new one. Just have like everyone in the entrepreneur niche.
Yeah.
Just so we can rank on the featured page.
Exactly, and we can help each other out, because we all want to be able to rank for these different hashtags. It's okay if we're competing hashtags. That is fine. Like, we don't mind, but we want to be able to help each other out. So if you have an Instagram account, make sure you do that. Don't just think, oh, it'd be nice. Just actually go and do it. And then, of course, will you be available any time for kind of questions and answers and stuff like that?
I'm always available.
Always available. Or you can do, if you want to get in touch with Dan, you can just hit up his social links, which I'll put obviously in the description, or just send me a direct message on Instagram and we'll get you in touch with Dan through his Instagram account. Anything else to add, Dan? No?
Anything I have to say? Cheers for letting me on.
That's all right, guys.
I don't know, you went all fuzzy. I didn't actually hear what you said.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. It was probably bullshit anyway.
What did you say?
I don't know. I'm just doing like a thing, doing a YouTube thing. I just speak sometimes. I don't really remember what I say. But yeah, this kind of video is cracking on, so we're gonna round it up. The big thing is today, Instagram is going to be a big money maker, we believe, into the future.
Think how much you've leveraged so far, and you've got how many followers? 300 and something. 300.
I do need to add up how much we've made exactly. But it's for 300 followers. It's in the hundreds. So
I don't think people take Instagram seriously.
They don't. They really do.
People take their YouTube seriously, want to grow their personal brand through there, but then they have their Instagram just to show off their, I don't know, their nice watch or fucking something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't need to take it more serious, give more value. They even put up videos, tutorials on Instagram. Why not?
Yeah.
You're going to be giving so much more value and creating a community on Instagram as well as YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing at the moment. And you're already leveraging off that.
Exactly. And we're going to just continue to do it. So if you want any advice, any tips and stuff like that from Dan, go free to reach out to his social links. Of course, join the engagement groups. Make sure you follow everything and like everything and comment everything, because that's just awesome when you guys do that. But to be honest, that's it for today. That is it for today. Of course, is it New Year's Eve today? No, it's tomorrow. So I've got a video tomorrow, and I'm going to do the announcement for the Christmas giveaway on New Year's Day. Okay, I'm actually going to record that today. So if there are any more comments on the videos after today, unfortunately they can't be counted, because I've got to get really drunk tomorrow, so I'm not going to be in any state to do any sort of videos. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are as well. But make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications.
We'll do a giveaway on Instagram as well.
We are what, today?
Let's do one today.
Let's do one today. Let's do one tomorrow, and do one Monday as well.
All right, fuck it.
We'll do one 3 days. Get on the Instagram. We'll give away some cool shit on Instagram. But guys, thank you ever so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.